Kurt Pulong, a Columban seminarian from Milligan City, writes about a pilgrimage he made some time ago to Ogoo in La Union. It is something that many of our Columban seminarians do each year, a pilgrimage, 4 or 5 days walking, carrying nothing, depending entirely on others for food and for shelter. And at times his experience was frightening, but at times disappointing, but at times very consoling. And what he was doing was quite literally following in the footsteps of our patron saint, Saint Columban, who left Ireland with a group of 12 monks, went in a boat and arrived in what is now France, travelled through many parts of Western Europe, and he founded his last monastery in Bobbio in northern Italy. And he saw his call to be a pilgrim or a wanderer for Christ. And I remember reading the Columban magazine in Ireland, Far East, as far back as my kindergarten days. And each issue was like, reading each issue was like making a pilgrimage. I visited places like China, Korea, Japan, the Philippines, and never dreamt at the time that I would be visiting most of these places and working in the Philippines many years later. And this theme of pilgrimage maybe is common to this particular issue in the sense of people from the Philippines working for the Lord or studying in other countries overseas, or simply working as overseas contract workers in Korea and in Hong Kong. And Etuate Tubuka, another Columban seminarian from Fiji who walked with Kurt for part of the way, writes about celebrating Fiji Day here in the Philippines, not only with fellow Fijians but with Columbans and others from the Philippines itself and from other countries. And that is very much at the heart of being a missionary, going to another country, identifying with the people there, but retaining your own identity and discovering what is common and living out your faith and bringing the joy of the gospel to Jesus Christ to those whom we meet, and experiencing their joy as from their faith, or meeting people who are searching for the Lord. So pilgrimage, journeying with Christ, searching for Christ, it's all tied up in one way or another with all of the articles that you are reading. And I mentioned Kurt Pulong's pilgrimage, and his father sadly died tragically in a work-related accident just a few weeks ago. So please remember him in your prayers.